Hello, and this is Ratchet and Clank, full frontal assault for the Vita. This is after the patch, so this is 1.01. And here you go. Your first look. Now, what you're going to notice is a lot of loading. And, goodness. Another thing is that these, just another complaint, I suppose, the picture files right here that load up actually seem a little blurry. I don't know if you can tell very well, but it's on the video. But in person, these image files don't look good at all. And that was my first impression. The first thing I did when I popped this game out, I was like, it can't be that bad. It really can't be that bad. Everyone was describing a terrible mess, bad textures, bad frame rate, you name it. And so I waited patiently to download. My internet's not that fast. So when I finally got to it, I was like, okay, here it is. I turned it on, and I see lots of menus that can't be skipped. Okay, so I think it can't be that bad. And here you go. It's that bad. It's not the end of the world or anything, but this is gaming on the go. This isn't like a console game where you're popping it on and you're going to play it for a few hours. And just, granted, I play my board games typically for a good period of time, but okay. So, here's the menu screen, of course. The first cutscene isn't available because I have no idea how to get rid of my saved game. And you have your character selection. One thing to notice is that, no, my video camera is getting the picture exactly the way it is on the Vita. And that's the troubling part. You see these character models? They're very dark, very bland. The lighting is bad. And that's not a good sign either. And I'm not even into the game yet. I'm just nitpicking little things. Okay, so let's go through our next menu. You'll be seeing this a lot. Get used to it. I haven't played too much of the game yet on the Vita, and that's mainly because I'm still in shock of how incredibly mediocre this port is. I was expecting something not as great as the PS3 version after all the pushing the kickbacks, but this is ridiculous. It looks pretty decent starting up. You can already tell the lighting again is not fully lit up, and some of the textures are low res. So we get to the beginning right here, after there's some cutscenes that happen that I can't get to now. So, watch this.
Now, where was I?
It's pretty laggy. It's not even as bad as it gets later in some of the missions.
Way to go, cadet!
It's going. It feels like it's going about 16-20 frames. And there's a few things I want to show you real quick in a second. Some of these textures are pretty bad. I'm going to address something in just a second that you might have noticed. This thing, like Metal Gear Solid 2, adjusts its frame rate depending on what's going on. If you're not familiar with Metal Gear Solid 2 on the Vita, it was a 60 frames per second game on the PS2 and on the PS3 version, but on the Vita version it couldn't handle some of the more heavier sections like the rain segments outside of the tanker. But sometimes when it got inside, it went to its 60 frames a second. Now here you notice it's 15-20 frames, whatever it's going on right now. And if you get to a nice little section, it goes to 60 frames a second. The frame rate that should be it should be going on the entire game, or at least 30 frames. But look at that. I don't know if you can tell as well on YouTube, but it's beautifully smooth. It's butter. Of course, it's because nothing's being shown on the screen, but it's kind of like a tease. This game feels like I'm running it on like a really slow PC.
How
And
convenient.
these ground textures, they just like crap up on me sometimes. Okay, let's go to a mission though, and I'm gonna see some more gameplay. Let's go with this one. Enjoy some incredible loading. People complain about Sly Cooper 4 and Gravity Rush. No, 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 no. Those games are loading masterpieces compared to actually trying to play this game, unfortunately. And I really wanted to like this game. I'm not trying to riff it just to riff it, because I did enjoy the PS3 version. I haven't gotten through too much of it because I'm more of a portable gamer, and I almost bought this game exclusively so I can play the Vita version. So I've been trying to have patience and wait for this version. Just, you know, messing with the PS3 version. And here you go, our first mission. Don't mind the bad gameplay, it's hard to actually play like this.
Q-Force base identified. Your Q-Force base is powered by these generators. If they are destroyed, Q-Force will lose control of the planet.
As much as the Vita is really lacking in games, that looks pretty good right there. But I know people are really wanting to like this game because of the lack of games, especially right now for the Vita. But you shouldn't have to.
They took out one of our generators.
You shouldn't have to just deal with mediocrity like this, you know? Again, I'm not doing. I can barely play this the way it is,
Pyro
so
turrets
don't
were
mind
wired to
some
defend
bad
generators.
playing right now. I don't know, everything. It just feels like a beta version is what it feels like. And the textures are low. The lighting is not that great. And right now it's actually pretty decent. Just showing you around, giving you a little tour of the textures and the lighting. So I don't really know what to show you right now, so I guess that'll be it for right now. If there's anything else you guys want to see, oh, the draw distance is a problem sometimes. Those things over there just popped up a second ago if you noticed that. There's probably some things in the sky that aren't showing. Cause I noticed some of those enemies up there, some birds and stuff, but can't see them right now. Yeah, the smokes. Oops. It's flickering right now, and the sky is flickering a little bit. So I suppose that's it. And let's get back to our main menu. expecting anything like the PS3 version, you'll be sorely disappointed. So, as it is, even with the current patch and the new update, it's not worth it. So, I suggest waiting for a patch or not getting it at all.